Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at URL query parameters inside Livewire. It's a very useful feature, especially if you're building a search bar and a filter box. So let's take a look at an example. Here I have a simple search bar. We have used this a couple of times throughout the course. And I'm able to search for basically, any specific user on my page. Now, generally when users are working with a filter box or a search box, they expect your application to actually store the search or the filter state in the URL. So when they copy it and they, give it to their friend, they bookmark it, or, they send it to someone else and they open it on a new page, the users usually expect the same search results to appear, right? So right now in our search box, if I go ahead and I open it on a new page using the exact same URL, I lose my state, which is very bad, right? So for example, if I go on Google and I search for Livewire, right? Livewire. If I copy the URL and I bookmark it, or I open it up on a new page, I'm going to get the exact same result. So how can we achieve the exact same thing in Livewire? So let's take a look, guys. It's very easy to do. You can go ahead and find whichever property is controlling your search or your filter box, and you can have as many of these as you like. So in my case, it is this search variable here, and I can show you guys the blade file. Basically, I have a wire model live, and this is my search property. Okay. Now, in order to make it be stored in the URL, you can just go ahead and give it an annotation of URL. Go ahead and import that. It's going to be Livewire attributes. And that's actually all you have to do. You don't need to do anything else. And recently, I updated my VS Code and my auto suggestions are out of whack again. So let's go ahead. I'm going to reload the page and we can start again. I'm going to search for prof. And there has actually been a change. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. And I'm not really good at zooming in, but if you guys can see, now we have search prof in the URL when we didn't have it actually before. So this is a lot of Livewire is now storing whatever we are searching in the URL as a query parameter. So here I can say Jesse, it is updating as I'm typing it in, right? So now if I go ahead and if I reload the page, I get the exact same search result. If I copy this and I go to a new page, or I bookmark it, or I send it to a friend, I get the exact same search result. So that's the power of basically URL query parameters in Livewire. Now, there are a few other things you can do. So one of them is you can give it an alias. So let's say you don't like, right now we are storing it as search. So let's say that you really don't like the search term. You want to use a different term or a different name inside your URL. You can give it an argument of as, and this is going to be like an alias. So let's say I don't like search or it's too big. I can use S as a shorthand. And Livewire will go ahead and use that instead of search. So if I go ahead and I search for something new, let's say, again, prof. Now in the URL, we are using S instead of the actual property name, which was search. So it's a very cool thing, especially if you have multiple properties and you don't want your URL to be very long. I have used this a lot in Livewire to very useful feature. Now, one more thing you can do, guys, as well is there is something called history. So you can give it a history of and pass it in as true. By default, it's false. And actually, let me set it to false first so we can see what the default behavior is. So right now, if I go ahead and I search for prof and I hit the back button on my browser, it reloads the page. If you guys notice, the page is reloading. It's very fast, but it is reloading the page. So what this history does is it will store your search results or your search terms in the browser history. So you can go back and forth without reloading the page. So here I'm going to say true. And I'll reload the page. So now I'm going to search for prof. And I need to get rid of this search here. My apologies, guys. Yep. So here I'm going to search for Jesse. I'm going to search for, I don't know, John. Ryan, I guess, something like that. Now, just pay attention to the top here. I'm going to hit back. And it's going back and forth between all my search results, okay? John, Jesse, right, prof. And it's not reloading the page anymore. So that's what history does. It allows the user to go back and forth between their, search results if they are hitting this. Or if you have a filter box, they can go to their previous filter, options. Now, there is one more thing you can do, guys, is you can go ahead and give it an argument of keep. And what keep does is it will go ahead and add your search parameter in the URL by default. So I'm going to first set it to false. If I go ahead and I open up this website without any search terms, it just basically will get an empty URL. Now, if I go ahead and set this keep to true, it will go ahead and add our URL query as an empty or whatever your default is in the URL by default. So I haven't used this personally myself before, but it is something that's there in case you want to use it. I'm not sure how it's going to help, but I assume there is a reason that it's supported in Livewire. Some people may need it. So that's the basics of using URL query parameters, guys. You can have as many as you like, multiple of them. And it's very useful if you're building a search bar, especially a big filter bar. It's going to help keep the state of your filters in your URL. So if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section below, guys. As always, smash that like button and subscribe so you get notified of the latest episodes. And I see you guys on the next video. Have a great day. Bye.